So basically how this is going to work is we're going to go through each weapon type, such as laser or paintball, and we're going to put them on the tier list. So, alright, first of all, we're going to start with the paintball series. So, the paint burst rifle. So this thing's pretty good, you know. I think it does a lot of damage. It's consistent. I think this should go at A tier. It's a really good weapon and it's super useful. Alright, so next up we got the Paintball Pistol. Now this thing is extremely good. It's one of my favorite weapons. If I were to tier it, I'd put it at S rank. Next up we got the Paint Thrower. This thing is a pretty good weapon, but in Royale, it's not the most efficient shot. It doesn't have the best range since all the shots fall, and all around doesn't do the best damage. So if I were to tier it, I would have to put it at C rank. Sorry, Paint Thrower. Next up, we got the Grenade Launcher. Now, I think this weapon's a pretty good weapon, but the bad thing is you have to be pretty close to get good shots on people. So, for me, I'd have to put this at a B. I think it's a solid tier for, you know, the weapon. Next up, we got the Sniper and Paintball. This thing, it's a really good shot. It's an aimer, so if you want to aim, you know, you can get a good headshot on someone. And all around, I think it's a really solid weapon. I think this belongs in A tier. Next up, we got the laser weapons. So, first up, we got the laser pistol. Now, this weapon is extremely good. It's got really good aim, and it doesn't fall like other projectiles. But the bad thing is you have to reload it, and that's the bad thing about all the laser weapons. So, for that, we're gonna put this at A tier. Next up is the laser shotgun. Now, personally for me, this is really good in a lot of games, such as laser tag and paintball. Paintball, oh my god, and Jumbotron. But I don't think it's the best in Royale. The good thing about it though is that it has better range. So, for me, this is gonna go to a solid B tier. Next up, we got the laser cannon. Now this thing, it's actually not the best. It looks threatening, which is always good. But in my opinion, the short range for the... My bad for headphone users. Personally, for me, it's just not the best range. It doesn't do the most damage. It has a lot of ammo, but that gets wasted really quickly. So for me, this sadly goes in D tier. Next, we got the laser sniper. Now this thing, I actually like probably as much as the paintball sniper. This thing is super good in a lot of ways. It's got a really nice aim, and I love using the scope. Even though there's no scope, you can use these things. You can use the iron sight to get a good shot on your opponents. And personally for me, it's just overall a really good weapon in damage and ammo. So I'm gonna put this up with the sniper at A tier. Shoot. Next, we got the laser assault rifle. Now this thing is pretty good, you know. I don't think it's as good as the paint rifle because you have to reload it. I don't think it does as much damage, but it's faster in shots and it is efficient when you're fighting opponents because it does consecutive damage. So for that, I'm gonna put it at B tier. Next on the list, we got the laser launcher. Now this thing is really good, but you have to be good at aiming it to be able to use it efficiently. Because the shot, projectile, it's a pretty slow one, but very effective. And for that, we're gonna put it at B tier. Sorry for people who love this weapon, it's just not my favorite thing. But I still do enjoy it. Now onto the other category, starting with the bow. Now this thing, it's pretty good, but it has flaws to it in other things, such as no double shot, limited ammo, no double shot, and for that reason, I'm gonna put it at C tier. Also, it has no double shot. Next up, we got the grenade. This thing, I don't feel it's the best in Rick Royale now, but it can do some damage. So for that, I'm gonna put it at C tier. Oh, now for the paint mine. Now I probably should have put this with the paintball stuff, but I just forgot. This thing is really good. I think it's definitely A tier worthy. I don't really have anything to say about it, but I get a lot of funny kills with it. Now the flintlock. I love this thing. This thing is amazing. They did kind of nerf it a little, but I think it still can be used extremely well. And for that reason, I think it deserves an S tier. Next up, we got the crossbows. They're not good. And that wraps up the video. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and wait a second. I forgot something. The paint shotgun. I hate this thing. This thing is so bad. It has the worst range ever. Does barely any damage. It's just overall the worst. I mean, I can't even stand to look at this thing. I mean, okay, hold on, guys. Ah! Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Here's what the list looks like. Let me show you. Alright. You also got those, and... Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Later.